And some of y'all will literally study someone's every move, just waiting for a mistake to report or waiting for some sort of mishap to use it against them, to humiliate them, whether it's in a family, it's at work, it could be just in school, anywhere. And I'm just like, how do y'all find so much time to try to destroy someone? Don't y'all have a life of your own? Don't you have responsibilities? Don't you got mouths to feed? Don't you have goals to accomplish? Sometimes I wonder, like, what do some people really think at night before they go to bed? Like, doesn't it bother you that you are literally playing a part in destroying someone's life? Gang stalking, gossiping, smear campaigns. How do some of y'all sleep at night? Literally harming people's reputation, hindering opportunities. You know, I always wondered, what is it like? What goes on in the mind of a person who finds joy in someone else's demise, who finds joy in participating in this person's destruction? I'm still trying to figure that out, because as for me, people have hurt me so much. People have been hurting me since I was a child. But it never once crossed my mind to do to people what they've done to me. And in my case, hurt people help people. But why are so many of you who are hurt trying to hurt others? Because if you know it doesn't feel good to you, if you know you've been stranded and left for dead and have been humiliated and just done so wrong by people you trusted, people who are supposed to protect you, why would you want that for somebody else? Why would you want someone to feel what you felt? Because if anything, I'm trying to make a difference, baby. I'm trying to make sure nobody goes through what I went through. So if I got to go around and speak with the youth, if I got to just help someone in need, let me tell y'all a story really quickly. When I was in my early 20s, I did become homeless. That's the story I talked about in another video when I ended up at my auntie's house. So prior to me reaching out to my auntie, because she was a last resort, I actually reached out to a coworker. She was like a mother figure. She was probably in her 50s. I was about 23. So because we never had any issues and we made money together, it was a commission job. We helped each other. Like we were good. So I felt comfortable telling her that I was experiencing homelessness and I needed help. So what she did was probe me. She probed me as much as she could with questions. Where are you sleeping? Oh my gosh, what happened? How did this happen? So in my head, I'm like, well, since I do need her help and she seems like she wants to assist me, I'll give her a little bit of info just to see. Man, that lady picked my brain just to tell me she couldn't help me. But she got all the deets about what was going on with me. And unfortunately, because I was so naive, I told her where I was sleeping, which was in the, garage. It was in the employee garage at night. And I would keep on my uniform. That way I was just go into the restroom and get fresh and things like that. Do you know this woman not only told me she couldn't help me when I was homeless, knowing that she had a 5-bedroom mansion by herself. And again, it's not her obligation to help me. Just because she has the room doesn't mean she has to look out. But it was just the principle of her not helping me and then digging for all this information just to go around and tell everybody my business. Not only did she make fun of me being homeless, right? While smiling in my face, she was stabbing me in the back. She tried to get me fired during that time. And then because I told her where I was sleeping, she called the cops, told them my situation, and tried to get me arrested for trespassing. And sure enough, one day when I was sleeping in my car, it must have been about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't have to clock in until about 8 o'clock. A cop came knocking on my window. He knew what type of car I drove, where I was parked, and everything, because I gave that lady too many details. And sure enough, he was like, one of your coworkers told me you've been sleeping here for X amount of weeks, and we're about to arrest you for trespassing. And luckily I had on my uniform. So I was like, no, I'm just taking a nap. And he's like, okay, well, just don't let me catch you here again or else I will arrest you. I'm going to give you a chance this time around. And I promise you guys, my heart dropped. Imagine someone you've never had an issue with who pretended to care for you, that you had good times and good laughs with, would sit there and kick you while you down. Then I found out she went to the managers and tried to convince them to fire me because she felt like I was making too much money. Like, can you imagine trying to get someone fired while they're facing homelessness? Someone who didn't do anything to you?